my name is Carrie with twodigitalgypsies.com, and our current home base is Bury St Edmunds in England. My wife Barbara and I are going to spend the weekend in London, and from what we've read in travel guides and from what friends have told us, London isn't a place where you want to drive because of the traffic and the parking. Our plan is to drive from Bury to Epping, use the long-term parking there at the tube station, and then ride the tube into downtown London. From Bury we took the A11 and then the M11 to the Epping tube station. It's about a 1-hour drive, and when we arrived we used the long-term parking. Long-term parking is around £6 on a weekday and £2 per day on the weekend. If you plan on using the tube much in England, it's almost a necessity to have what's called an Oyster card. The card is easy to purchase at any train station, and you simply load it up with some pounds, and then you can tap on and tap off the trains you ride. With Oyster card in hand, we boarded the Central Line train at the Epping station and rode it to the Mile End stop. At the Mile End stop, we left the Central Line and took a District Line train to the Tower Hill stop. The train rides took around an hour, so from Bury to London it took around 2 hours. From the Tower Hill stop, it was a short walk to Peppy Street, where we had reservations at the Doubletree by Hilton Hotel. Our room was adequate, although small, and the room cost was £150 per night. After dropping off our luggage, we headed for the Tower of London, which is just a few minutes walk from the hotel. We stopped at Trader's Gate and bought tickets so we wouldn't have to wait in line at the Tower of London. Admission tickets to the tower were about £20 each. On the path under the street there was an interesting street performer without a head, so we stopped to watch for a bit. The Tower of London is amazing. I was struck by how big the grounds and buildings were. Once inside, we joined up with one of the entertaining Beefeaters tours. The original duty of yeoman warders, nicknamed Beefeaters, was to guard the tower, the prisoners, and the jewels. They got their nickname from a perk of their job, which was getting large portions of the king's beef. Today they are entertainers leading tourists through the tower. A Beefeaters tour is a good way to learn history about the tower that you may not get from guidebooks.
The outer wall there is 28 feet thick. Because to your left, or behind you here, is called Mint Street, M-I-N-T, Mint Street. Because it was here, until very recently, 1810, that all coins of the British Empire. Well done. You've got a cheer. There's not much of it left. Anybody here from France? Well, now for the French, they built this place here. Give them a good cheer, folks. Without him, we wouldn't be here. Anybody here from Scotland? Ireland? Wales? Yes! Oh, well done. That took a while, didn't it? Whereabouts? North Wales?
South Wales.
Whereabouts?
Abergavenny.
Abergavenny, yeah. Gwent area, know it well. I'm from Bridget. Let's see, anybody here from Europe? Right, anybody here from England? Yay! What's the difference between Europe and England? Or Wales or whatever comes to that. No, let's go slow. Hey, wherever you're from, folks, you keep up with me now. We're doing very, very well. Okay? Here we are now.
First on the tour we stopped at Trader's Gate, which is on the Thames River and was built by Edward I to provide a water entrance to the tower. Near Trader's Gate is the Bloody Tower, where Sir Walter Raleigh was imprisoned by King James, and where 13-year-old King Edward V and his brother were held by Richard III. There is still some debate whether they were killed by Richard. The tour lasts about an hour, and wanting something to eat, we walk to the new Armories Cafe near the White Tower that offers cafeteria-style eating. I had a tuna and cucumber sandwich, fruit tart, and strawberry pastry. Barbara had a shrimp sandwich and a chocolate and bourbon cookie. The food quality here was a pleasant surprise, and we enjoyed our lunch. Restrooms are just a few feet from the cafe if needed. After eating, we went next to the White Tower, which was named for the white stone from France used in its construction. Once inside, the first stop was the Royal Armoury. This is Henry VIII's armor. On the top floor is a dragon made out of old weapons, and all through the tower are weapons on display used throughout England's history, including this 24-pound brass gun captured from Spain. Leaving the White Tower, you come out facing the Waterloo block where the crown jewels are housed. The cost to enter was £20 for the two of us. Outside is a royal guard who periodically gets to stretch his legs. Inside is an amazing display of wealth and history. Photos aren't allowed inside, so I pulled a few images from the web to give you a sample of what's inside. My favorite was the scepter which the monarch is handed after being crowned. From the crown jewels, it's a short walk to Tower Green. This is where knights used to exercise and joust, and it is part of the Tower of London, where the beefeaters currently live with their families. Next to the Tower Green is the scaffold site where enemies of the crown were beheaded. If you walk along the walls of the tower, there is a great view of the River Thames and the Tower Bridge. Leaving the walls, we walked down to the promenade along the river and spent some time people watching while we had a drink from one of the vendors located on the promenade. After a river walk, we headed back to the hotel and had cocktails and a snack at the bar on the roof of the hotel, which offered a great sunset view of the Tower of London and the Tower Bridge. When visiting London, we recommend you spend at least half a day at the Tower of London in order to experience all the history that is there. That completes day one of our visit to London. If you liked this video, please click the thumbs up on this video page. And if you'd like to see more of our videos, please visit our YouTube channel, 2 Digital Gypsies.